Hey everybody, welcome to development video number 1 for No Creeps Were Harmed. Today we're just going to be taking a look at the first level. It's pretty basic, it's even called Prototypical for a reason. Now we're going to just quickly take a peek at some of the more advanced maps. So we have some maps that encourage complex routing, we have maps that require you to build on the walls, we got a map that looks like a cube. But today we're going to just be playing the first one. One thing I want to step through really quickly before we start is how the camera works. The camera is a little bit complicated. The game is very 3D. Zooming works as it does in any other RTS, so you pretty much point where you want to zoom, in and out with the mouse wheel. Rotation works like this, so you can see that you're orbiting around a center point. You're free to rotate the map any which way you like. You can look at the map from the underside if you want. The panning, however, might be a little different to some people, so usually in a game like this you will pan along a horizontal plane. It doesn't really work like that in this game, so if you tilt the map to the side, you see that you're now panning up and down, and you can even do so underneath the map. Some of these maps require you to fight on the walls or the ceiling, so being able to pan the camera around and get the angle you need is critical. The best way to think about the camera is that you're not panning along, but you're actually physically grabbing the map with your mouse and relocating it in screen space where you want. Alright, enough about boring camera controls, let's get on with it.
Whoa! What the hell is this? Who am I? What am I? Where are my legs? Where is my everything?
Welcome to Gleecorp, a boring drilling and disposal service company. New operators may experience mild disorientation. Rest assured the sensation will pass shortly. As an employee of Gleep, you are expected to uphold Gleep company standards. Gleep employs a zero-tolerance policy for workplace harassment or violence. Any weapons, turreted or otherwise, will be error, and will result in immediate operator termination. Please turn to page 9 of your operator's manual.
What the hell is that thing? Hey, I didn't get a manual. What's going on here? Hello? Okay. I guess I'm on my own? Thanks for pretty much nothing. Right. I have a feeling you're what the weapons and turrets are for. Guess I'll just have to figure this out for myself. What happens if I start pushing some of these buttons?
So the game does have a very lightweight story. I poke a lot of fun at the tower defense genre in general. You can even completely turn the story mode off. It won't affect the gameplay at all. It's there if you want it, but you can turn it off if you want to miss out on the epic tear-jerking narrative. Alright, so you can see that we have creeps that are coming from these two hives. You can see their paths drawn on the map here, so we're just going to place a couple turrets down, maybe try to pinch them in a little bit. Make it do right. So here comes Brian flying over to build these things for me. So you can see the creep path changing as I'm building these things. So building mazes is a huge part of the game. Trying to keep your creeps on the map as long as possible and hopefully routing them back so that the same turret will shoot them more than once. So placement is very important and you're trying to get the most value you can out of your turrets.
That can't be good.
So one thing you can do in this game is rush the waves, so you can speed up the rate in which creeps are spawning. You get more money this way, and the further into the timeline that you commit to rushing, the more money you get.
I probably should stop pushing that button.
Of course, this can be extremely dangerous. If you rush too much, you can very quickly become overwhelmed, sort of like I have just here.
Make it do right.
So I'm going to move Brian over here because he's a very powerful turret. You generally want to keep him on the front line.
Okay, settle down.
I'm going to put a turret back here to catch any stragglers, though.
Liking it.
You're able to program turrets a little bit, so I'm going to tell him to shoot at the closest thing to him instead of just a random target.
Understood.
All turrets can be programmed in this way.
Okay, settle down. Nice.
Okay, so I've unlocked a wall here, so... exciting. but necessary. So you can see here I'm routing them back so that these turrets will have a second opportunity to shoot these creeps as they work their way through my maze. So there's not much to really build right now, but you are leveling up. So you do get experience for every creep that you kill, and you level up pretty rapidly. We'll unlock a few things in about a couple minutes here.
Hurry it up already.
Upgrades come pretty quickly at the early part of the game, but I'm just trying to manage things a bit so the player doesn't get totally overwhelmed.
If you say so.
So let's build another turret back here. This seems like a nice crossing point. So you can see that some creeps have changed color. They're basically an upgraded version of that same creep. A little tougher than the ones before. So you can upgrade turrets.
Sweet.
Or Brian. Every upgrade will cost a little bit more than the last, so turrets get pretty expensive if you keep piling upgrades onto the same one. But you also don't want to just build new turrets, because every new structure will charge you a little bit of upkeep.
Nice.
Okay, so I've unlocked a special ability. I don't have enough power juice to cast it yet, but we'll take a look at that in a second. These creeps are getting a little close for comfort.
More work.
So again, if you don't like the voices, you could turn the story off, you could turn the chatter off if you want.
Pushing buttons. Just can't help myself.
Okay, so now we see a runner, a new type of creep. It runs faster than the rest. Alright, so now we're going to take a look at the genocide strike. So you pick where you cast it.
Okay, settle down.
You can wipe out huge piles of creeps this way. So I've spent it. I'm going to have to wait for my power to recharge. It recharges on its own over time. Fine. Let's build another turret here. You can upgrade it while it's still under construction if you like. Ooh, these yellow guys are getting in there. There are some pretty weird creeps that you'll see in later maps. We won't see them today, but I have creeps that shoot back at you. They can destroy your turrets. Teleporting creeps. Cloaked creeps, creeps with shields, creeps that make more creeps, all kinds of stuff.
Bring it.
I'm gonna rush again here, because I just can't get enough of that sweet, sweet cred. Give me money. So this whole experience might look a little frantic. One thing to keep in mind is that you can pause the game at any time with the space bar. You can issue orders while paused, you can build new turrets while paused, upgrade, program, all that stuff. So you are expected to fight and build at the same time, but again, active pause. I love active pause. You can do it at any time.
Is that an order?
Spacebar is your friend. Ooh. Oh, I lost the side objective. Well, that's what I get for being greedy.
Really?
So if I didn't rush, I probably would have been able to make it through,
But for what purpose?
getting that extra money is very tantalizing.
Good stuff.
Alright, so I've unlocked an artillery turret. Let's take a look at
You're the
this.
expert.
I'm gonna upgrade it so it shoots more bullets. That's always a good thing. And maybe a larger splash damage radius. Ooh. More bullets. Whatever. Let's get Brian in a nice good position here.
Understood. I think.
Another genocide strike. Seriously.
greedy, what can I say?
What's better than an artillery turret? 2 of them! Can never have too much artillery. Okay, it's getting a little hairy here, but this is the last wave, so all I gotta do is deal with these guys and we'll be done. It never ends. Just mopping up the last few creeps here.
Congratulations on completing your first drilling contract. You will be evaluated based on material yield. As your evaluation score increases, you will gain access to more sophisticated technology and equipment. Other benefits will be awarded to exceptional operators.
Wait, I have questions. More than a few, actually. For a company that abhors violence, there sure is a lot of bullets and entrails flying about the place. I can't help but wonder if maybe I didn't have to kill hundreds of creatures if I wasn't here pissing them off.
All locations chosen for drilling operations are on lifeless planetary bodies. No life forms were harmed in the Error of Error.
Okay, that was almost an answer. So you do sort of understand me. Listen, there is something living here, or at least trying to live here until I showed up. Honestly, I don't understand why I'm here or where my legs are, but this all seems morally questionable.
When ready for your next assignment, please refer to Chapter 42 of the Operations Manual. Error is error and error.
Oh, right, the Manual of Non-Existence. I guess I'll just push some more buttons.
So at the end of a map, you can continue playing in endless mode, as long as you like, or as long as you can survive. Continuing to play in endless mode will improve the quality of the artifact you get at the end, so artifacts are little loot drops that you get. We're not going to play endless mode today, we're just going to take our artifact and go. So I do give you an option of picking one of 3 artifacts. All 3 of these are kind of junky because we didn't, it's an easy map. We didn't play any endless mode. So artifacts are able to modify just about anything in the game, so that means income rates, starting power, damage for certain turrets, faster fire rate. There's hundreds of different things that these artifacts can modify, and they are persistent. You're only allowed to have 3 of them active at once. You can stash or sell ones that you're not using. Anyway, that's all I have for today, everybody. We're going to take a look at a more complicated map very soon. I just wanted to kind of show the early game off, give you kind of a taste of how the game works and the basic mechanics. Let me know what you think in the comments. And yeah, we'll see everybody again very, very soon. Have a good day, everybody.